I am currently reading 1984 by George Orwell. It was published in 1949 and on Amazon is rated 4.6 out of 5 and has 122,000 ratings. A few days ago, I asked someone I knew what he was reading, and he told me it was a book series called You're X and Amazing. Like you're 6 and amazing, you're 7 and amazing, you're 8 and amazing. Anyways, looking at the Amazon page for one of these books, Year 6 and Amazing, he has 406 reviews with a 4.8 star rating. However, looking down at the product description and images, something was off. I pasted this description into GPT-0, an AI detector, and saw it flagged for 100% AI. Descriptions, however, are not always written by the author, and perhaps it was a third party who published it. But even then, pasting the pictures into GPT-0, they were all flagged as AI as well. That's when it got worse. Remember that 4.8 star rating? Most of the 5-star reviews were completely AI written. Just look at this one. These were accounts that had many of these reviews, and I can only guess that they were deliberately review botted. Clicking on the 1-star reviews, I could see that I wasn't the only one, and people had pointed out that, like me, these books were just AI slop. Someone had put images of these books, which, by the way, were also stated as having terrible print quality and black and white pictures. So, putting the text in AI detectors, they were largely confident in it being AI, with some putting it as fully generated and others putting it as greatly tampered. The thing is, just look at one of these pages, and it's obvious no human wrote this. A great way to find human writing is by looking for M dashes, basically N dashes, so normal dashes but longer. These were everywhere in ChatGPT's training data and therefore are used plentifully in its writing. These books because this is the same story with every single one of these, have them nearly on every page, which is interesting because it's almost never used in this type of writing. Okay, so the books are AI. What about their author? Mary Allen's biography is also AI generated, and I kind of don't believe this is a person. Their name and profile picture show up nowhere else other than this page, including on any of their books. And so it seems like someone just made a fake account on Amazon and is now selling overpriced slop. Speaking of price, this book is $15 for the paperback, and 1984 is $10, which I just had to point out. Um, and I thought this is where it ended until I noticed the bestsellers tag on all of these books. Then I click on the category, which is Children's Christian Sport Fiction. What does that even mean? Now, ignoring this extremely strange choice of category, many books in it were also AI, and this is just incredibly depressing to see. This is genuinely sad, and the fact that people are unknowingly buying and supporting these people that only know how to ask ChatGPT for a prompt is bewildering to me. While this may seem like enough for you and I, there are still people, perhaps even the children reading these books, who ask, why does it matter? They are still good books to me. And maybe I do not know the answer to this, other than saying it's wrong. However, let us use George Orwell one last time as an example. Animal Farm is a satirical allegory of communist Europe. And I think this is the reason why it matters. AI will never be able to form deep meaning, like a second layer to the words you're reading. And raising children on this type of writing will not get them to think. So, what can we take away from this? If you're a parent, just please check for books from reputable sources. We need to stop this overall AI infection growing over the internet at large.